Welcome, everyone, to famed Sanford Stadium between the hedges in Athens, Georgia, home to the Bulldogs and 90,000 of their closest friends. We have a mid-season matchup of two teams that have earned top 25 rankings, so a good test for both teams with playoff implications on the line. As we'll see the number 11 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Dogs will kick this deep, begin the game. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. To make a difference today. They'll run the option. Oh, and a fumble here. Can you believe it? And the defense jumps on the football.
I get being upset at the ball carrier for coughing up the ball, but let's not ignore how big of a hit that was. Sometimes you just have to give credit to the defender for making a great play.
The Dogs will line up here on first down and goal. QB sneak. He gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Hey, it's first. Go with the sure thing. Let that quarterback get behind his line, push his way in for the touchdown.
PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Takes the field. The last possession ended in a fumble, and that set up a touchdown, so they got to bounce back from that right away. They bring him down to the 32-yard line. Longhorns hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. And on the carry, he's heading left. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Here comes a handoff. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
One man in the backfield, and he'll get the football. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
The Longhorns pick up enough for a first down. Oh, here comes the reverse. Finds room at the 30. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. They bring him down, but a solid run there by the sophomore.
You know, we're seeing this more and more where wide receivers are getting involved in the running game, both here in college and also up in the NFL. I think it's due to plays like this one right here, and it's not going to change anytime soon. Excellent play call.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Oh, that's a play you dream about as a defender. He gets penetration and times that hit up perfectly in the backfield.
Second down after that previous play. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Physical running, fights off the defender. The tackle is made, but the gain sets the offense up. First and goal from the 9.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Longhorns will line up now. It's first and goal. First and goal, handoff, and they'll get him down that time. It's a second and goal play for the offense. There's the snap, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Just throws it away, but takes a big hit in the process.
Now, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point, move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is. They do.
Touchdown, Texas. Strong game by this quarterback.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination of this quarterback and receiver for a big day.
See if they can convert the point after. And there's the point after. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Offense is back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. And he stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here, keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. On the ground, it's Walters. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down.
Chris, a really good job here by this back to be able to find that hole and pick up the yards for this first down. And, boy, Georgia's had some good backs over the years, and this young man is living up to that tradition today.
First down here for this offense. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. The catch is made for a huge pickup. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play. The Bulldogs looking to use the up-tempo offense here. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with is defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Receiver makes the catch. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. Aiming for the end zone. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Dogs.
Well, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. That's exactly what happened here as they scored this touchdown.
PAT puts them in front by 7. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. The last drive, the ground game was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it this time. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. After the first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 22. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Rojas. Defense will make the stop, and it will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Goes incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Across the 45 now. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Hands off to the left. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Finds an open target on the left side. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
On 3rd down, it's a handoff. That moves the football inside the 40, and it's another first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And they'll go right back to him on first down. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
A gain makes it second and medium. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. And that broken tackle will earn him first down yardage. And the Bulldogs will come to the line to run the hurry-up.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. The coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here.
Great timing here with the quarterback and the wide receiver. The receiver does a nice job of keeping his route vertical, and the quarterback's taught to put the ball away from the defender towards the boundary. Good adjustment by the receiver and a big play by the offense.
The Dogs come to the line with first and goal. They'll try to run it in on first and goal. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Offense facing second and goal. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
We've reached the 2-minute warning. We'll have to see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Defense looking for a stop on third and goal. The quarterback keeps it here. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Well, the linebacker is really the quarterback of the defense on this play. Diagnosed that read quickly and executed it flawlessly. He just flew in and blew up the option play for a loss.
A field goal would make this a 2-score game, but they elect to go for it on fourth down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Defense is coming after him. And it's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big fourth down stop.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here. You draw it up perfectly. You think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
The Longhorns offense takes the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Chris, I always talk about this. You can always gauge a team's toughness as a group by how willing they are to tackle with their corners. Here, the corner shows you he's not just out there to cover, does a good job of being physical and making that play.
And this crowd coming to life here trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. They look to throw it here on second down. It'll end up being a safety.
Man, that is a big-time play with this defense. Not only do they get a couple points, they get the football back as well. It should give these guys a spark and some momentum.
So following the safety, it's a free kick. They'll kick it away from the 20. Trying to return the punt for some extra yardage. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. Last time the defense got a big fourth down stop. Let's see what the offense can do this time. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
This big guy's up front will have to regroup now. It's 2nd and 14. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. He's looking to scramble. Scrambles out of bounds to avoid contact. He's going to be short of the marker.
Boy, he was close to getting to that corner and picking up some big yards, but the defense does a good job of getting him out of bounds.
The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And it's complete downfield. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
That's a great feeling when your quarterback can make a throw that keeps the drive alive. Not as good as a touchdown, but it's a lot better than having to trot over to the sideline waiting for your turn to get another chance.
The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
He's running out of time here. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Trying to extend the play. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the 3rd down pressure worked.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield, but he better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws his football, and it falls incomplete.
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. The offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. Looking to throw it on first down. Lets it go quickly. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do as a receiver in these kind of situations near the end of the half. Get some positive yards, but also stopping the clock is just as important.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking for his big tight end. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
So with only a few seconds left in the half, the field goal unit comes onto the field. Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup.
Timeout, Georgia.
So with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. And he knocks that one right through. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Longhorns will kick this away to start the second half. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Is back out on the field. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Looking for his big tight end. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
Here's the second down play. Takes the handoff. It's Walters. Finding some room at the 25. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Going with the old counter run here. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
That run sets up an important third down call for this offense. The defense with more pre-snap movement. Try to pick up the third and short through the air. A bullet, but it's incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Oof, the risk of throwing on third and short. Lots of second guessing going over on that sideline about that play call. You got to wonder if they're going to go for it anyway on fourth down, but what will be the play call?
They went for it and failed on fourth down earlier. Let's see if they fare better here. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge fourth down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Toss play to the outside. Brought down, but the gain moves the ball all the way to the plus 42.
That's a football play right there, Chris. This one takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Hit the ball into your back's hands. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. How about the wide receivers? They're doing a nice job blocking downfield. Almost felt like half the offense was out in front of him, giving him a chance to pick up some big yards.
Keeping it on the ground here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Second down play coming up for this offense. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Looks toward the sideline, finds the running back. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Third down play after that completion. And the quarterback's going to sneak it. And they stuff him on 3rd and short. Defense knew it was coming. They need a yard here on 4th down to keep this drive alive. Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a first down.
Well, there's nothing better than that. 4th down and 1. Hand it off to your back. He's able to get behind that offensive line and pick up the first down for a new set of downs.
The Longhorns are on the move here. First down. They're going to throw the football. Steps out of bounds after a nice gain. Finally, some show of light from this offense.
The defense is so caught up in this guy running the football in this drive, they forgot to defend him coming out of the backfield. Nice positive play here.
Longhorns hoping to punch it in here. They have 1st and goal. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football, and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
Extra point puts it in front by 1. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away.
Georgia, 16.
And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. Defense got a big 4th down stop in the last possession. Let's see what happens here. Breaking free at the 35. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. Dogs will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up.
Really good patience here from the back, and anytime you have a big gain like this, that means the receivers are doing their job as well at that 2nd and 3rd level of the defense, picking up some bigger blocks and helping them get even more yards.
Close to the tight end. It's caught downfield. They finally make the tackle, but that's a huge chunk play to wrap up this 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Texas 17, Georgia 16.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. The Dogs come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. And they'll use the ground game here. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Makes a quick grab. Touchdown, Georgia. And they claim the lead here in the final quarter.
Well, this is why they love this guy so much, is when it's crunch time, he makes plays like this. And what I love is the quarterback knows all I got to do is get the ball in his hands, and he can do the rest of the work and get it all the way to the end zone. Great play.
Goes to his right side there for the completion. He'll run it into the end zone for the 2-point try to build the lead up to 7. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Breaks loose at the 40. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
On first down, it's play action. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I can see what the quarterback's trying to do here, Chris, and he gets the completion, but just no gain. There's just no room to go after the catch.
Getting set. Here's second down. The offense with some pre-snap motion. And now the handoff. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it. Third down and inches. Who's going to win this battle in the trenches? They'll try to run for the first down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you get a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And he dumps it off to the tight end. A big hit by the linebacker. Physical tackle there, big versus big.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Tipped and then drops. A chance to make a play, but instead it's third down.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground, but the next tip ball could be going the other way.
Pass caught. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Hey, positive yards here. Fourth quarter trailing really close to the 2-minute mark here. But I love the fact he's able to get out of bounds, preserve that clock. Let's see if they can take some shots downfield to get points on the board.
First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. Big opportunity for the offense to tie this game up in the fourth quarter. It's 1st and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas.
What a touchdown here with under 2 minutes to go. And the big question now, Chris, is do you kick this extra point to tie it up, or do you go for 2 to potentially take the lead? Either way, your defense still is going to have to go out there and make some plays.
Lining up to try the extra point. And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter.
That ties the game at 24.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Returner looking to create better field position. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient, precise. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33. First down, clock stops for a moment, but no huddle here. They've got to hurry. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, Texas.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Handoff here from the shotgun. Oh, what a move to break into the clear. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Tackle made way downfield. Enormous gain. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. First down, looking to throw the ball. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Defense makes the tackle, but that screen produces a pretty solid gain.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple of plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, man, puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
He'll hand it off. Looks like Georgia will have the first down.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
That's a strong run. Keeps the drive going. First down now. Handoff in a single back formation.
Positive yards at this point in the game are always important, especially now that you're starting to get well within the range of a field goal to take the lead. But if I'm this offensive coordinator and quarterback, I'm thinking about a touchdown here late in the game.
They're going to run it here. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And a timeout is taken with just 1 second remaining in the game. And the coach chooses to go for a field goal attempt here. So in the final seconds, everything comes down to this field goal attempt for the win. And no mistake, he knocks it through to win the game. The offense will obviously decline that penalty and take the result of the play. But you love to see a game come down to the final possession. I mean, who's going to have the football last? And they were able to make plays and come out with a win.
Yeah, not only the final minutes, but the final drive. And that entire unit looked calm, cool, and collected. It was well called by their offensive coordinator, and this defense just couldn't stop them when they needed to.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.